In this video, I'm going to go over how to use the Shape Builder tool to make more complex shapes. First, you start out by using your simple shapes. So I'm going to draw just a couple of different circles, right? And I'm going to start overlapping them. And then what I can do with my Shape Builder tool is start to connect them and cut out parts of them as I see fit. So my Shape Builder tool looks like this, and it defaults to the plus option, where if I just start to draw lines between my shapes and I have all of the shapes that I want to build together highlighted or selected, right, then I can come in and start to draw a line, and it will build it into a single shape. If I hold down the Option key on the keyboard, then I can go ahead and subtract certain elements from the shape. And then I'm going to go back to the plus. And so now I have a complex shape made out of very simple shapes. Now, this is fully abstract, but you can also use this in other ways. Like I might take an image and then draw a bunch of circles on top of the image to start to make a representable image. So maybe I can go to File and Place, and then find a nice image like this pawn, which of course is already a vector, and there's many ways that I could go about recreating this. But one way would be to use my basic shape. So first of all, I have this on layer 1. I'm going to lock it. I'm going to make a new layer, and then I'm going to start basically using circles and rectangles to make this shape. So I'm going to save the most obvious shape here for last. Perhaps I'll start at the bottom and work my way up. So the first one is also easy. It's just simply a rectangle. Then the next one is also going to be pretty easy, as it is also a rectangle. But this rectangle, I then need to add an ellipse on the outside of. So I'm just going to draw a circle. And it might turn out the circle has to be an ellipse. But that actually looks pretty good. So now what I'm going to do is I'm going to select both of the rectangle and the circle, use my Shape Builder tool, hold the Option key so I see the minus, and get rid of, whoops, went a little too far there, so I undid that, and get rid of these little corners here, and then I have a slightly more complex shape here. I'll just move it a little bit here. So then I have my base shape there. Now this one's going to be the most complicated in terms of using my shapes, but again, I can start with a few very basic ones. I'll start with a rectangle just to get the basic shape there. And I guess I'm going to have to go to my properties, and I'm just going to go ahead and reduce the opacity so I can sort of see what's happening. Then I'm going to use a bunch of ellipses. So I'm going to start out with an ellipse here. I'm going to make it the same size as that. Again, I'm going to have to reduce the opacity. I might just go ahead and in certain other cases, I might increase the stroke and then also get rid of the fill to make this easier. And so I have this one lined up pretty well there, so I'm just going to copy and paste this to get it lined up with the other side there. And then I have two more ellipses I need to make. Okay, and this I'm going to have to zoom out to just make a really big ellipse. And I'm going to just come over all the way here, line it up there, so that looks pretty good. I'm going to copy and paste this and just move this so that it lines up pretty well with the base there. So now I have the basic shapes that I need, so let me go ahead and select them. And then again, I'll use my Shape Builder tool. I'm going to press Command and plus to zoom in. And first, I'm going to go ahead and add in the shapes that I want to add in. And that looks good. Get that sometimes in my head. And then I'm going to go ahead and use the Option key to subtract out all of the shapes that I don't want. And so now I have, well, I have a little bit extra here, so let me go ahead and get rid of that. So now I have my shape here, so let me go ahead and choose my fill to be white. And that's good. Okay, and so that then leaves us, and it's not, I didn't do a great job because I did it pretty quickly of matching this up, but then we have the easiest shape, which is adding our circle. Okay, and then we can come down here and again select these two shapes, and in this case I actually would probably just keep these separate just to not worry about any artifacting between the two. But if I did want to put them together, again, Shape Builder tool. And then you have your shape. I will hide the original. And we have the outline of our new pawn that we made, so we have the vectors again.